Kazuwari is but a distant memory for us now, and that is nothing but a good thing. Unless something really bad happens there after my trip to Akaizo, and it is obvious that they really need my help, then I will of course go there and offer my services. However, I have a feeling that that won't ever happen, and the island will work it all out on their own, eventually. I had the distinct feeling that the many-faced gods scooping up the souls that it took from the matches, the arena matches, meaning those poor kith who died there, are somehow causing the many-faced gods problems. The so-called god must be able to take the spirits of those who died there and deposit them in a place where it can scoop them up and bring them back at will. So what happens if this place of souls gets too full? Or perhaps too many spirits have caused it to start breaking down, like a construct that is old and damaged. We encountered seemingly damaged spirits after we got an aspect of each of the many-faced god, so it tells me that I might be on the correct path to figuring out their problem. Anyway, those are the thoughts about the place that I've had while trying to explore this Zorop-infested place that we have been teleported to from Flaune Elette and her experiments. So now we have to figure out how to get out of this seemingly random dungeon and make our way to the surface, where I can only hope that we will have a means of getting home and off this island. If not, well, I guess it's our new permanent home. If so, let's just hope it's not a dry desert with no food or water, as we've come across a few of those before. Yeah, without a ship, we have no way of getting off the island. We don't know where we are. We were sent through Flaune Elette's luminous Audra pillar to who knows where. At least it's not underwater, as I said before, or another evil god's realm.
On it.
A well-built drainage canal, though it has seen better days, and there's nothing down here. Alright, so then let's continue this way to the east. We don't know where in the Deadfire this is. Oh, come on. But it is the Deadfire because luminous Audra seems to be here. And that only seems to be really in the Deadfire. And also we've seen Juana statues and symbology, so we're here, definitely still here in the Deadfire. What's that? A variety of glass bottles and shiny baubles have been gathered here, evidently from various sources.
I've got it. Huh?
Just a bunch of things,
yeah, right.
Minor things. I don't even know if they're going to be able to fully help us. Well, this could be the way up, right? But we need something to go in that. This lever here. We have to find a lever to fit in there? The lever fits neatly into the socket with a satisfying click. Okay, but I still haven't explored through this mouth here. Shrine to Engati.
You must gather your party before
hideous.
venturing forth.
Oh. Yeah, it's the same place. Okay. So we've been through all this area. I thought it was a different level. It's just the same place we've already been to. Let's go upstairs then. Hopefully this will lead us to the surface. No. So some Eoten apparently leads them. Eotens are big and tough. This could possibly lead outside. Look at the lights coming in. Wait, haven't we been here? Yes, we have. I know this island. We rescued somebody here. The Eoten's dead. They've all been killed. We just couldn't get down to the lower level, and we just took care of that. Alright, then let's leave. I forget which island this is, but I remember this place. I just don't know how we're going to get out of here. No one will even know where we are. There's water down here. That should help. We're on the island of Nekataka. Hey! So we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to worry about getting back. Yeah, it's been some time since we've been there. To that place. That we saved somebody. We rescued somebody that had been taken prisoner. Well, I guess we have to return to Flaune Elette, then. We're traveling in the slums of Nekataka when the streets suddenly become barren. Huh? Our journey through the streets of Nekataka is interrupted by a group of kith detached from the shadows before us. The cloaked and armored men and women say nothing as they spread out around us, blades drawn. Let's identify these ambushers. Shodi. The approaching kith wear little in the way of identifying marks, but their masks suggest possible ties to the Leaden Key. The heavily armored kith may be members of the Steel Garrote. Garrote. Servants of Wudika. Yeah. What do you want? They move silently towards us, light glinting along the edges of their weapons. Fine, let's get this over with. We draw our weapons to prepare for battle. Well, it was bound to happen. Whatever's left of the Leaden Key will be coming after us at some point. It's quite a lot of them. Seven of them versus 5 of us. Alright, Adair. Go forward, get their attention. Adair, just start... Here, attack the armored.
Makes no difference. Yes. That order's too tall.
Okay, attack.
Take him down. Have my attention. Your bones will feed the lava.
Just like
Oh, Olaf, what are you doing over there?
About taxed to my limit. How may I help?
Keep your guard up.
Olaf. Why were you even over there?
It's distraction. This does not work. Let's go.
Just the one left. That is very tough armor. It's hard to get through. Whoa!
didn't work.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's still there.
That's the stuff.
Whoa, yeah. You didn't need to call down those meteors over there, Olaf.
On it.
Some superb items, so it's not that bad equipment. What is this? Missive. Precise missive. This letter has been folded into a square with clean, diligent creases. Keldon walks the dead fire carrying shards of heat-scorched metal. The significance of these items can't have escaped you, though the timing is a surprise to us all. We should grasp this opportunity. Kill Keldon. Do not hide your act, for we work under the auspices of law. See to it that the metal gets into Izia's hands. She wastes her potential in Pariki's overlook. Izia's. Okay, then. We have to go back to Flaune Elette.
You must gather your party before
She's right. This person's right here in Pariki Overlook, though. Who? Vizia. Who is that? Wasting their potential. Yeah, it's not even listed. There's nothing to even write about. So, let's go over to the Sacred Stair. Hopefully no more interruptions.
Call for reinforcements.
Don't let them escape!
Huh? What's going on here? Why are people dead? Why are you guys attacking us?
Worse than rough. This will not do. Too difficult, I say.
I have no idea what's happening here. Who would want to kill these people?
Yeah? Yeah?
Animancer's energy blade. Interesting. Alright, let's get upstairs, see if Flaune Elette is okay. Flaune Elette. Elette? I think it's Flaune Elette. If you want to say it the proper way. What is this? Make this easy on yourselves, I'll make it quick.
What the shit? Behind us. Look sharp.
2, 3, there's 5 of them. Alright, let's go this way. Well, I guess they're coming from this direction. Down here.
Just like
Now you can use Meteor.
me and you are about to mix.
Let's go.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Worse than rough.
Well, no match for us.
We'll take you, Watcher.
Clutching at his wounds, the man aims a bloody grin up at me. Who sent you? The man is too far gone to react, as if he has even heard me. He slips free of his life with little fanfare. A mutter clatter draws my attention to the nearby chest.
Madiko, I thought I was done for. These monstrous brutes. Look at what they have done. They've destroyed all we have worked toward for a little coin.
Sent by the Royal Deadfire Company, I'd guess?
Who else? At least they have the guile not to send their own people. This is a bold move, even for the Royal Deadfire Company. They are losing patience. And look at our machines. We'll clean up here. See to the wounded. You'd best get over to the offices. Let them know what happened.
No, really? Well, I guess the experiments have come to an end. We have a lot of things to sell before we leave. What are these boots? Rackhand field boots. Interesting. A note is scrolled into the margin between diagrams. Increased current. Lightning?
Sure.
Okay, she wanted us. Well, they're closed now, so we might as well go rest. Let's go to the tavern and then the inn, and then we'll go to the Vailian Trading Company. Where is it? Skipping ahead. Yeah. Well, this actually could help, because if they think the Vailians, or say the Rauatai, are attacking them, and then the Rauatai get hit by some explosion in their magazine powder stores, this will make the confrontation look all that more inevitable. So we made it back to the Director Castle.
Watcher, at last, someone who can answer my questions. They're saying there was an attack at the Spire. I fear I'd sent you to your death. None of the Huana guards will tell us a thing, and Flaune's message is illegible. What happened?
The Royal Deadfire Company sent some mercenaries to kill everyone in the Spire. I got back just in time.
The Royal Deadfire Company? I didn't realize they were even aware of our efforts.
I mean, sure, I'm sure they're spying on you, as you are on them.
I'm glad you're in one piece, Watcher. I'll have the details out to Flaune, I think. You've more than earned your reward. And my trust. Oh, and perhaps you'd consider stopping by Alvari's office. I believe she'll want some assurances as to the state of the Spire.
Oh, who is this again? It's been so
Ado,
long.
Watcher. I hope you aren't staying too long. Insanity seems to follow you, and I just finished reordering the shelves. Oh, I'm very glad you survived, of course.
Of course.
What can I do for you today, Watcher?
Nothing. Farewell. You want us to go to Alvari. Yeah, that's it. We don't need to be talking to anybody else. All they know is that there's going to be war upon them soon. All they need to know. The Rauatai are going to... The Rauatai will be blaming the Vailians. Perhaps he meant the governor. Maybe we should go speak to the governor. I don't know. There. Hello again, Alvari.
I can't decide if the gods must love or hate you, Watcher. Perhaps both. Volcanoes, giant waves. Mel, I've had my fill of this island. It involves no divinities, but I do have some news for you as well. I have decided to take action with regards to Castor's incompetence.
The director? You want him removed?
I have called together a meeting of the Songreta Mea Compressa. Our esteemed investors have come to hear Director Castor's excuses for squandering their fortunes.
Alvara smooths the front of her coat and plucks lint from her sleeve.
You've witnessed Castor's mistakes personally, and you know what is at stake for us with Ukaizo. The council will want to hear from you, the Cantanucesi in particular.
The who? A title owned by Nero, son of the Duchess Berento. She raises her eyes to meet me.
The company needs new leadership. Leadership that can make effective use of its most important allies. Let us start here. Striking a fine impression before the wealthiest men and women in Eora.
I suppose you think you'd be a better director?
Of course. If I did not believe it with all my soul, I would not dare to trouble the council. Men have died for less. You will attend the trial, I hope. Your testimony is a vital part of the proceedings.
Oh, fine, let's get this over with.
Indeed. Come then. I'll send for our esteemed guests. Meet us upstairs when you are ready.
If there's any way to harm the Vailians, make them weaker, especially in areas of leadership, I think that would be best, but in that case would be fine. I don't think he's in... This other one seems more like a shark. She's very, determined. this governor. Director Castle's office is nearly unrecognizable through the milling crush of bodies. The chamber is suffocatingly warm, and several of the occupants jostle for a place beside the window. 201, the people around me are dressed in rich fabrics, or else the occasional piece of armor. Few of them look especially pleased to be here. Despite the cacophony that greet me when we arrive, a quiet descends swiftly upon the room upon the barest hand gesture from the man now standing behind the desk. The Cantanicesi's gaze sweeps across the room, eventually settling on me.
I see you have wasted little time in involving yourself, Lord.
Around him, several of the onlookers crane their necks to see who the Canta is addressing.
Director Castle, Governor Alvari, you are both here?
Indeed, Your Excellency.
Castle's face is splotchy and damp with sweat. He looks as if he may be ill.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Alvari wears a restrained smile.
And this is to be your witness?
I execute a perfect flourish as I bow. One of the Vailian nobles gestures airily for me to rise.
I see the foreign airs put a bend in his spine.
Most esteemed guests, this is the Watcher of Cadnua.
We were sorry to hear of Cadnui's fall, Lord. How interesting to find you here. You have my sympathies.
Thank you.
I have several connections in the White March. I have always wanted to meet the man behind the stories.
Let us begin, if the clerks will attend the roll. Albina Carnetto, Duke Remasi Storanzo Miscelona, the Archmage.
Devils take your roll, Nero. This isn't the Songretta Ducala. We are all here. Let's get this over with.
Songretta Ducala. The Congress of the Company, a body of 11 high-stake investors who collectively operate the Vailian Trading Company.
Outsider law has more teeth than Ngati's pets, I say.
If this goes badly, at least there's enough wealth in this room to cover our funeral expenses several times over.
Loth leans close, murmuring to me, I really don't care how it goes, I just want to sabotage them.
Very well.
Make them
Then
weaker.
let me extend my sincerest thanks to our shareholders in attendance.
I wait politely.
In deference to present company, we will proceed in Edira. Director Castor, you stand accused of nothing less than gross incompetence, mismanaging of resources, willful deceit, grave charges all.
A low murmur starts up around me as the crowd reacts.
We have examined the evidence available to us. The numbers are not in your favor, Director. But you will have the opportunity to explain yourself. Now, Alvari.
Agrasima, Your Excellency. Esteemed Council, I bear Maestro Castle no ill will. We have always treated one another with great respect, but his time is past. I put it plain, the company is bleeding resources. We have identified numerous sources of Adra, and yet, how much of it ever reaches the Republics? The expedition to Pococahara was but the latest failure. Trained workers and supplies gone, and for nothing.
I say nothing.
The loss of the expedition was out of my hands. In any enterprise, there is risk.
Some risk, Gaston. The question is whether you have overreached.
I have more, Your Excellency. Your coin, lords and ladies. Where has it gone all this while? Not to mines and industry, no. The director has spent the bulk of it on frivolous experiments.
That is absurd. Animancer research has gotten us where we are today.
Precisely.
Enough, Alvari. Watcher, you have had some involvement in these experiments. Do you have anything to add?
The experiment nearly killed me.
Another risk, Castor? A watcher is a valuable resource. One better spent appraising Adra veins.
He's not a scent hound, Ramasi. Still, it is a shame. Power like that. It would have been something to see.
Director Castor, your orders were plain. To secure every Adra vein in the region by any means necessary. Witness, do you feel these orders have been carried out?
The dead fire belongs to the Juana, so does the Adra on it. I am swiftly enveloped in a cacophony of jeers and shouts. While the Count motions for quiet, Alvari leans in close, disguising her words by pretending to comb her hair into place.
This line of talk does you no favors, Watcher.
Good.
Well said, Captain. But common sense is the first casualty of greed.
The ledgers speak for themselves. Castor has brought us to the brink of ruin.
Alvari's voice cuts confidently through the muted din.
We have heard much of Kaizo in recent days. I wonder, Director Castor, just what are your plans for the fabled city?
Nero taps his quill against the desk in steady beats, looking on calmly.
Kaizo holds an enormous quantity of luminous Adra.
We've never been there.
Our research has already yielded results. If we can establish an outpost there, then...
Castor has scarcely started his sentence when a handful of the gathered investors start to jeer at him.
If we take this opportunity, we can accomplish far more than we initially believed. I could make you rich, lords and ladies, beyond your wildest dreams.
You may be rich in a century or two. Have you that long to wait? Some of you perhaps, but all? Dreams are all Castor has to offer. We have scores of Adra sites mapped to detail. Why not focus our efforts there? Castor risks your fortune on illusions.
That is true. We have mapped these deposits for years. The closer we travel to Ondra's mortar, the denser the deposits. Even Alvari knows this.
If you establish an outpost in Kaizo, the Juana will never forgive you.
They'll come around. Our research may even benefit them as well.
Even if there is Adra past the mortar, let us grind down the whole of it and be done with the place. Or will the Songretta war against the natives and sea monsters for the next 100 years?
We have heard a great deal this day. Alvari, have you any final arguments?
Only this. That Director Castor has betrayed his station and our trust by allying himself with a Principe captain by the name of Furanti.
Ah, really?
A Principe captain? You have evidence of this, Alvari? The word of a witness?
Nero looks to me, eyes narrowing thoughtfully. Ah, that's kind of coming together. Captain Furanti is dead. He's not working with anyone.
What?
Convenient for Castor. I did not think you had it in you, Ignato. So, have you any evidence, Alvari?
No, Your Excellency.
I must say, this casts your other accusations in poor light. I think we have heard enough. Any final words?
My lords, ladies, our enemies will make for Ukaizo in short order. The Vailian Trading Company must be ready. It needs decisive, effective leadership, now more than ever. With the Watcher's aid, we have the opportunity to claim an overwhelming victory. One that will carry us all into the history books.
The Watcher? You would rely upon a brute.
A useful brute.
An important brute, certainly.
Nero casts a wary eye over the proceedings.
We will see, won't we?
You have heard all the accusations against you. Castor, any final words?
Everything I do to help the company. You know this. 2 years ago, you entrusted me to establish the Luminous Adra trade. I will continue to serve you, dutifully, and to my best ability. I know now that Alvari has hungered after my position for years, just as she will hunt after yours if you allow her to rise. She would cast Margaret off her throne if she could.
Beside me, Alvari smiles. Castle has been a great director. He deserves to stay in power.
You inspire much loyalty, Gaston. If only it were so amongst your own peers. It is time. Let us put the matter of Gaston's dismissal to a vote. All in favor?
Around the room, only a scant few hands rise. As the seconds tick past, the silence broken only by the dutiful scribbling of the clerks, it becomes clear that the majority favors Castle. Castle keeps his gaze fixed upon the floor, wringing his hands. Nearby, Alvari has gone still with shock. Her mouth parts, gaping wordlessly. She turns a horrified look upon the Canta.
You have overreached, Alvari. And the Sangreta does not take kindly to being called away from our business to indulge your schemes. Sate your ambitions in the living lands. Lueva Alvari, I hereby strip you of your rank and title, and pronounce you exiled from the Vailian Trading Company and the Vailian Republics by order of the Sangreta Mea Compressa.
Good. The shark has been defanged.
This is a serious mistake. You can't do this to me.
I believe that brings this meeting to a close. Agressima Watcher.
Director Castle seems to be in a state of some shock. He is still staring at the doors. He turns to me with a startled jerk when I approach.
I must see the shareholders out. But please, let us speak afterwards.
What do you want, Director? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.